This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to what is another video. We're going to try and sneak in another Classic Watch 24 possible today. 2-year-old from Europe. The horses hopefully will be on classicwatch24.great/site.net. Over the coming months, we've got a few possibles already done on videos. I'll link a playlist to those at the end. But for now, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Thank you very much for supporting the videos, watching the videos as you have been. It's all very much appreciated. Right, the horse we're going to take a look at now might be quite a quick video because it's quite closely related to a horse that we've already done. The horse in question is the Aidan O'Brien trained, Coolmore owned, Galileo sired Grosvenor Square. Sired by Galileo out of a dam called Wadiata. You'll see the form of it at 2 is half decent, really. It got off the mark well, winning by 2 1/4 lengths on debut, running to a mark of 91. It then improved slightly to a mark of 99 when finishing 3rd of 6 in the Group 2 behind Deep 1. It then improved again by roughly the same amount when dropped down to Group 3 level and up to furlong in what proved to be the last run of its 2-year-old career when it won the Group 3 Airfield Stakes at Leopardstown, running to a mark of 105 on its 3rd start. Obviously, we've got horses like City of Troy and horses in the 120s now at the end of their 2-year-old campaign. So this horse definitely will have to improve, I think, in the trials, in subsequent trials. And I think there's enough in its pedigree to suggest it might do that. Definitely. We take a look at the horse here. Grosvenor Square, in fact, is family 9H. You can see there it's won €51,000 already in its 2-year-old campaign. It's actually the horse that we're going to pick up on. What we've got to do really is get back to the 4th dam, because we've got from Classic Watch 2023 Be Happy, a horse that has been placed in a Group 3 and a listed race from 5 starts or 4 starts. I can't remember how many starts. You'll see there that Allez Litois is in fact the 3rd dam of Be Happy as well. So all we're going to do in this video is we're going to take a look at the first 2 dams of the horse. First 3 dams, of the horse, Grosvenor Square, and then I can just add a card there at that point. But as usual, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the dams first. But before we do that, there's actually some very close relatives of this horse, Santiago, by Authorised out of Wadiata. Classic winner. Santiago won the Irish Derby of 2020. It was also a Royal Ascot winner when it won the Group 2 Queen's Vase as well. I think it was a horse where they got the trick wrong in the end. They tried to make it as a stayer, and I'm not entirely sure. I hope this horse would be a good solid 1.5 mile horse as opposed to a cup horse. You know, it went to stud in 2022. You see there, to Coolmore's National Hunt base at Castlehide Stud. And you'll see there that being a National Hunt stallion, a long way to go yet. Commenced stud duties in Ireland in 2022. And his stud fee is currently €4,000. There's also La Gioconde. La Gioconde only won 1 of her 13 starts. But it was in the first 3 in 6 of her 13 starts and winning £127,000. Sired by Frankel and also out of Wadiata. She ran some good races at 3. She was 3rd in both the Yorkshire Oaks and the Prix Vermeil, over 1.5 miles both times. And 2 miles even. No, it was like 2,400 metres, 1.5 miles, yes, in both the Yorkshire Oaks and the Prix Vermeil. She was then 4th over 12 furlongs in the Breeders' Cup Fillies and Mares Stakes. And she was also placed at 2 in a 1 mile listed race of 2023 colt by Dubawi. Will be very interesting, I think it's fair to say. We'll now take a look at the first dam of Grosvenor Square, Wadiata. Wadiata raced 10 times, winning twice. In the first 3, 6 of 10 starts in France, €30,000. Wadiata was a winner over 1,400 and 1,800 metres. And as you've seen from the 2 horses there, black type producer, despite not having any black type form herself. The second dam of the horse is called Thamarat. Thamarat raced 8 times. She only managed to win once and placed another time, earning roughly about the same as the first dam, €36,300, sired by Anabar out of Al Ishq. So Thamarat, again, was another one who wasn't placed at Pat and Company. But she's a very good dam. There's some nice horses now coming from towards this bit again, headed really by Motomaris. Motomaris is a horse I actually did identify out in France, and I thought it was a nice horse. It just didn't quite win the race as I hoped it would. That one you'll see is also by Thamarat, sired by Le Havre. Won 4 out of his 8 starts. It was only out the first 3 once in 8 starts and won €268,115. You'll see there Thamarat was 3rd in the Group 1 Prix de Jockey Club Motomaris. At 4, it won the Grand Prix de Compiègne, a listed race, and it was also 3rd in a Group 2 and a Group 3 race, as well as 4th in the Ispahan. So Group 1, Group 2 and Group 3 placed listed winner, Motomaris. And you'll see there that horse also went to stud in France, Hara du Musée de Mathieu Telleur. I think they've probably butchered that. You'll see there is stud for €2,000 is the 2024 stud fee. Another one with no tab at the moment. Where are we at now? This one here is an interesting one because Thamarat, you'll see, is the second dam of this filly, Tantheme. Tantheme is another one who won half of her starts, won 4 of 8 starts. In the first 2, 5 of 8, winning €138,900. You see there, Tantheme, triple Group 3 winner. She won the Prix de Cabourg, the Prix de Montry, and the Prix de Petit Covert. A very good sprinting mare, triple Group 3 winner. Hopefully there will be some nice fillies from her at some point. None of them seem to be mentioned yet. Hopefully she's okay. Disappointing if she wasn't. We're now at the third dam of Grosvenor Square. Al Ishq won 1 of 7 starts and was placed in another one. 2 out of 7 starts for just under €10,000. Another one that raced in France. Suddenly died on the 26th of October 2021. Again, very well bred horse. Tamayus. Tamayus, you'll see, is also out of Al Ishq, sired by Nayef. Tamayus won 5 of his 7 starts and won £791,000 on the track. Won some nice races, Tamayus. He won the Prix Jean Prat and the Prix Jacques Le Marois and the Group 3 Prix de Fontainebleau, dual Group 1 winner. Entered stud in 2009. And the horse still going strong, a £24,000 stud fee of €7,000. Good sire, I think it's fair to say. He's not really had the bumper crop, though, has he? He's never sired over 70 foals in a year. But I think it's fair to say he's done all right. Sired 25 stakes winners and 15 individual graded winners. And between them, they have won 53 stakes winners and 29 graded races. A very good stallion at 2, 3 and 4. People look to have a chance. You'll see, not sired a few in Australia, but not too many. And this side pretty much worldwide, all around the year. And wherever Tamayu's crop has seemed to have been, there seems to have been at least one graded stakes winner coming out of him, mainly in Great Britain, responsible for 12, and France, responsible for 7. What sort of trip are we looking at? They can tell us that as well. 15 of the winners have come between 7 furlongs and a mile, whereas 8 have come from up to 10 furlongs and a mile and a half. So you have to say, the very versatile stallion in a lot of ways. Tamayu's, it's fair to say. Specialist progeny, obviously, Mustachery, a Group 1 winner. Simca Mile, I think that won a Group 1 it did. There's a few, Blonde Me, G-Force. It's like some nice horses, without a doubt. Including Sir Prancelot, who is at stud now as well. Good horse, Tamayu's. Another one I found was a Shada. This is one I did follow on the Reprieve Media CIC racing site. It did win a Group 1 in the end. Won 3 of her 9 starts. But in the first 3, in 6 of her 9 starts, for 432,267. You'll see there that she won the British Champion Fillies and Mares Stakes, a Group 1 race at Ascot, and she also won a listed race, the Fillies Trial Stakes as well. She was also second in the Ribblesdale, and at 4, she was solid as well in Group 2 races, another 2 placed races. Retired, I think now. Let's see if there's any pedigree listed on Ashada. Not yet. So hopefully soon. Got some nice young mares on this line, I think, that's coming through very nicely indeed. The 4th dam is where we join up with Be Happy, Allez Le Trois. Allez Le Trois herself raced 16 times. She managed to win 3 times. She was in the first 3 in 7 of her 16 starts for just over $150,000, sired by Riverman out of Allegretta. Very well bred mare, this. Allez Le Trois was a Group 3 winner of the Prix de Flore, and she was also placed in an American Group 3. And she is the dam of classic winner Anabar Blue. Anabar Blue won 4 of his 14 starts in the first 3, in 9 of his 14 starts for £522,000, sired obviously by Anabar. Anabar Bleu won the Prix Noir, the Group 2, and he also won the Group 1 French Derby, as well as the Group 2 Grand Prix du Chantilly. Very good horse, Anabar Bleu was, and stallion as well. And also, you've got out of Allegretta, King's Best. King's Best won 3 of his 6 starts. In the first 2, in 4 out of 6 for $324,000, sired by King Mambo out of Allegretta. You'll see there that King's Best won the ACOM. He also won the 2,000 guineas as well. Very good horse. Entered stud in 2001, all over the place. Australia, Argentina, Japan. Sadly euthanised in 2016 due to colic. Other horses, really, we've got to touch on Urban Sea. I mean, Urban Sea is very on this line as well. And Urban Sea, you've got to own. If I was to bring up every horse related to Urban Sea in this video, the video would be here for ages. I'm sure that pedigree is touched on more in the Be Happy video. So that is the one that we're going to link at the point. You've got horses there like Corlard, UAE Derby and Oaks winner, Galileo. I think Corlard might be the dam of Massar. Galileo, Black Sam Bellamy, Stallion, See the Stars. I mean, absolutely incredible line. But there's our very little section there. Allez Le Trois with Anabar Blue and King's Best. But this is a very well-bred horse. Make no doubt about this. Very good. Very well-bred horse. Even in Germany, if you go back to Allegretta in 1978, there's horses like Anno. He won 8 out of 18 starts in the first 2. In 12 of 18, 344,000 Deutschmarks. That horse won the 1982 German Ledger when it was a Group 2. It also won the Grosvenor Prize and the Bayerisches Zuchtrennen, and also a listed race as well in Holland. Entered stud in 1985 and a sire in Czech Republic before retiring from stud duty in 2001, before dying in 2003. And you've also got another stallion, sadly no longer with us, foaled in 2004, Adlerflug. Adlerflug won 4 of his 11 starts. In the first 3, in 8 of 11, €651,290 in Germany and France. You'll see that Adlerflug won the German Derby of 2007, and he also won the 2008 Deutschland Prize. He was also third in the 2009 Prix Gannet in France. Solid horse, solid German Derby winning stallion. You'll see there suddenly died in 2021 of a heart attack. You can see there that currently, if we look at a horse like Aquitas, who is one of the sons of Adlerflug at stud, you can tell by clicking on the sire tab that Adlerflug sires 278 progeny to race, 29 stakes winners, and 22 place getters, including mainly the best one, I think, now, is the Arc winner, Torquato Tasso, as well as Aquitas, who did win some Group 1 races in Germany, but Torquato Tasso as an Arc winner, I think, has to go round as his best stock. India, a recent Group 1 winner from this season as well. Alan Kerr used to be trained by Willie Haggis in Swoop. I think that horse is at stud as well now. Joint champion 3-year-old in Europe in 2020. I mean, it's a good stallion. Adlerflug, without any shadow of a doubt. And that's without even looking at horses like Galileo and all them, you know. And Malika, horses that have come out of Malika as well, Massar and all others as well. You know, this is a very deep pedigree, without any shadow of a doubt. And I will now link the Be Happy tab, Be Happy video as a card. And I think it's shown in the other video as well, below the video, if the card doesn't show. And I will make a note to myself to do that as well, so I don't forget. Because like I mentioned on the other video yesterday, I am very good at forgetting to put them in. So the card should be appearing about now, or just recently now. If it isn't there, it'll be at the bottom of the video. Right, before we finish this video, let's watch the Group 3 Airsfield Stakes at Leopardstown from back in October 2023. And we'll see what we make of the performance, and then we'll wrap the video up. Excuse me.
Nada. The 6-runner Airfield Stakes, Group 3 for 2-year-olds over the mile 1. And it's Grosvenor Square, the first to show in front, followed by Naval Force, Gibbs Island Handy in the white cap. They're followed at the end of the first furlong or so by Zaffod on the outside of Spanish Flame, and dropped in as Cambridge. Just over 7 furlongs to go as Grosvenor Square and Shamie Heffernan by 1.5 lengths to in second place Naval Force, Gavin Ryan. Third is Gibbs Island Billy Lee. Zaffod next on the outside, Ronan Whelan. Just a position in front of Spanish Flame and Colin Keane with the back mark at Cambridge and Ben Cohn. No changes in the order with 6 furlongs to go. Grosvenor Square extends the lead at 2 lengths over Naval Force, now a clear running second, Gibbs Island third, then Zaffod on the outside of Spanish Flame with the back marker continuing to be Cambridge. Reaching the final 5 furlongs, Grosvenor Square by 3, in second place Naval Force, and then Gibbs Island. Zaffod is fourth on the outside of Spanish Flame, 6th of the 6th, heading for the halfway stage is Cambridge. Grosvenor Square with a slightly reduced advantage over Naval Force. Third is Gibbs Island, and Zaffod nudged along in fourth on the outside of Spanish Flame with the back marker remaining Cambridge. On they come to the final 3.5 furlongs. It is Grosvenor Square in front and the Shamie Heffernan. Back 2.5 to 3 clear from Naval Force, Gavin Ryan, rejoined for second by Gibbs Island and Billy Lee as they turn into the straight. And starting to apply pressure from the front is Grosvenor Square. Round the outside, closing from last, there's a stable companion Cambridge, and then Naval Force, Spanish Flame up the inner, and then Gibbs Island and Zaffod. But out in front is Grosvenor Square, racing to the final furlong and a half. has kicked away from Cambridge. Further break then to Zafford on the outside of Naval Force, Spanish Flame and Gibbs Island, but it's Grosvenor Square who's stringing them out well inside the final furlong and is about to resume his progress in the Airfield Juvenile. Wins in ready fashion from Cambridge, 1-2-8. Now Brian Zafford third.
I thought that was a very good performance there from Grosvenor Square. I thought Shamey Heffernan gave it a very good ride. One really like you would expect an odds-on favourite to do. The one that was second, Cambridge, I've got that on a maybe list. That one a maiden at Newmarket for Aidan O'Brien, and it looks a nicely bred horse as well. That does, That's one for the trials, hopefully next season. But I thought that was a very good performance from Grosvenor Square, like the control commentator had said. He certainly had them stretched out, and I think they were justified upping him up in trip to the 9 furlongs at 2. And I think this one looks to be a middle distance colt, doesn't it? On the back of that, I don't think we'll see him in a Guineas, but time will tell. He looks an interesting prospect without any shadow of a doubt. He's not had one race with good in the title, I've just noticed, so he could be rather ground dependent. But for sure, I think he's an interesting horse moving forward. Will he prove good enough? Time will tell. Right, thank you very much for watching this video, everybody. I'm going to end the video now. What I will do at the end, as promised, is I will leave you an opportunity to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't chosen to subscribe already, I wouldn't want you to miss any of these horses moving forward. And I will also give everybody a chance to check out the Classic Watch 2024 Possibles playlist, which I think includes most of the horses that we looked at as 2-year-olds in 2023. But for now, I'll leave this video here. Take care, everybody. You look after yourselves and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.